CBS presents this program in color.
All right, folks, welcome. Saturday morning, cartoons are rolling on. It's rewind time. I got this guy with us. We're going to talk about some cartoons. Joker, my friend, we are the same age within months, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
I think we have incredible overlap with our love of the event of Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it crazy how we were allowed to sit in front of a TV for basically just hours on end on weekends?
Yes.
What's some of the favorites, man? What's at the top of the tier of like the memory hole?
Oh, I would have to say, wow.
For me, it's in stages. So maybe we should do stages. Like
yeah,
let's do the early stuff, like the pre-10. It's like Laugh Olympics, like Hanna-Barbera type stuff.
Yes.
So like the pre-10 is that kind of stuff.
Like Dynamite. I love that.
Yeah. Blue Falcon and Dynamite, baby.
Yes, love it. Hong Kong Phooey.
Number one super guy.
And Laugh Olympics was something of just this hodgepodge of stuff that was just glorious.
Yeah.
I see in the background here, actually my first Halloween costume was in here. Underdog,
cool. Very good reference. Yeah.
Yes. And I would say, but there was something that was just like, wow, this was the special one. Battle of the Planets.
Yeah. Love Battle of the Planets. Love Battle of the Planets. G4 stuff was so great.
Seven Zark 7.
Yeah, that was great stuff. I just remember that Star Blazers as well was like the other one.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that same vein, the same type of animation, the same adaptation from the original Japanese, which we didn't. For those of you who don't know, because you're spoiled and you have access, back then we didn't know, or we were kids too, so we wouldn't have known anyway.
Anime was.
But this was, we did not know. So
it was also at the same time was Speed Racer.
Yeah, Speed Racer was definitely big in that era. And then you kind of start transitioning. Super Friends, of course, dominated our lives with the merchandising and all of that, of course.
Yes.
And of course, the Marvel animation stuff had been around for a while. So we kind of just, it always existed for our lifetime of Spider-Man and all these different shows that
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Yes.
And then there was also like the Invincible Iron Man where they would take like panels from the comics and just like move an arm or something and make it. Oh,
yeah.
We have come a long way.
But it was really fun watching some of that stuff, and some of that stuff you guys can find on YouTube. Even I ripped the animation intro in dating back a while now, so it's been fun to do that. But then you and I share like this love of how we grew up in like this age of animation boom, because everything involved marketing. Because I didn't even know this. I was looking at Banana Splits, and it was funded by Kellogg's. I'm not surprised by that, but I didn't know that. So everything was all intertwined very much into like why we all look. No wonder we're all like a bunch of fat, unhealthy Americans when we grew up on like cereal commercials and Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, and then the first time I think I really noticed where animation was used to sell stuff, and this was like, and again, I'm really young, but I had put it together for this one instance was now the Smurfs.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the Smurfs you had just had tabletops full of different types of characters.
Yeah, everything got an action figure. Everything had a merchandise tie-in. If there was remote success with a TV show like Happy Days, had a Fawn spinoff. I mean, it just never ended. Like you had that kind of stuff. And then we grew up in this boom of all this, obviously through like the He-Man and Transformers and Thundercats, and we grew up through all of that. And then we get to like the golden age of the pinnacle. Oh, look at that! That's so cool. where you end up with like, as you know, I've been doing this
1992.
the Panic, right? The two goats, right? You end up with the Batman and X-Men sitting there with two completely different philosophies, and yet so beautiful and perfect in their own right.
I'm gonna add one more into that 1992 category, because this was one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Is the
In Cuba,
Animaniacs.
Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still.
You'll want to watch more of the amazing Animaniacs weekday afternoons on Fox.
One of my favorite cartoons of all time is the Animaniacs.
Oh, it started in 92 as well. Okay. I thought it came out a little bit later. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a fantastic show. Pinky and the Brain and so much stuff was on the show. The show was so much more kind of like Batman too, right? It was really for adults.
The Warner Brothers, right?
But it had sort of a feel for kids, and
yes,
we didn't get. We
yeah,
didn't
you
get
watch
so
it
much
now.
of it.
Yeah, you watch it now, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
wow,
can't believe they got away with that. Yes, really a lot of fun stuff. It's a little on the nose to ask you about Batman animated series. Maybe I should just ask you about some of your favorite elements of Animaniacs to mix it up.
Oh gosh, well, for one, I've met Yakko a few times, and Yakko, the guy's name is Rob. The guy's name is Rob Paulson, and he's also the voice of Pinky as well. And then Wacko, I've met a few times. That is Jess Harnell. And if you've ever seen the guy, the way the guy is dressed, he's got big old long hair and looks like a Whitesnake music video.
That's true.
Has just vomited all over him. There's
that's true.
Rhinestones and sequins.
He does look like an early 80s perfect hairband lead singer or bass player or something. Yes. These guys were like voice actors on like so many things. People just don't have any ideas. I think that because I think Jess Harnell started out with Animaniacs, right? I don't think he did a lot before then. He's in so much stuff after that.
Yeah. If you've been to Disneyland at all, he was every voice in Splash Mountain. He's the voice of Nemo's dad on the submarine ride, and he's the voice match for Roger Rabbit on the Roger Rabbit ride.
Okay. No, I knew he had done a ton of work. Rob Paulson, I think I've met a couple times, but he's done like his stuff dates back for years. I mean,
he's a legend. He is like a legend.
He's in that. I talk about like every time I turn around, I find another Frank Welker voice role that he's done, and I'm like, Rob Paulson's right there as well. With just like every time you turn around, you find something else with his name on it. And you're like, oh my gosh, he did so much stuff. So, it's crazy.
Kind of like with Tara Strong too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, folks, listen. I hope you've enjoyed our Saturday morning stuff. We're going to roll on now with my weekly pop perspective, my reaction to this week's Batman animated series. Make sure you check out the description for this guy's stuff to connect with him. It's always fun talking about stuff. Thank you, brother, for hanging out with me and talking cartoons.
My pleasure.
We'll return after these messages.
With the power to change from man to robot to monster.
Oh, no.
He-Man.
He-Man sold separately.
Hi, old friend. Hi.
He-Man, he's your friend?
Friend and ally. He's just kind of weird sometimes.
Oh, in specially marked packages, Man-E-Faces comes with 5 extra weapons. He-Man and Man-E-Faces each sold separately. Part of the Masters of the Universe collection. From Mattel.
Hey, Smurfs, let's surprise Papa with breakfast in bed.
Yeah! Smurfberry Crunch is fun to eat. A Smurfy fruity breakfast treat. Made by Smurfs so happily, it tastes like crunchy Smurfberries.
I hate
my favorite.
It's our favorite too, Papa Smurf.
Smurf Berry Crunch cereal, a very Smurfy part of this nutritious breakfast.
Today, the event you've been waiting for. Laugh it off at Laugh Olympics, and more action never hurt anybody. Not when you're the mighty Ewoks.
Make my day.
Make your day and thrill to the exciting adventures of droids. Today, fun has 3 new names. They're Laugh Olympics, Ewoks, and droids.
The eyes of justice are watching. It's Batman. The Joker's bombing the Gotham City Bridge.
Skydive Batman's jumping into action.
To his Batmobile as it launches ahead at lightning speed. Oh no, the Jokermobile.
Watch out! Here I go, shooting my mouth off.
Surprise! It's the pursuit jet.
Bombs away.
The eyes of justice, Batman.
My favorite quality about Pops is that he's incredibly honest.
At least you always know where you stand with Pops. So I like that about him. He's not passive aggressive. He's not sneaky that way. He'll give it to you straight down both barrels.